And the Gouverneur Wildcats, and both teams wearing their road uniforms. The Massena Red Raiders will be in their red and with black numbers road uniforms, and the Gouverneur Wildcats will be wearing their blue with yellow or gold, if you prefer, road uniforms as well. Just underway here at SUNY Potsdam. Scramble for it under the basket. Ball gets out of bounds. Jamie Mock now will set it up for the Red Raiders. Underneath, good feed, Kelly. Rebound, Kelly again. And it counts, and the foul. So Alan Kelly will go to the line. A shooting foul. And it will be on Brian Lumley. And Lumley will pick up his first personal foul. Alan Kelly at the line now. And back come the Wildcats as Kelly now with 3 points in the ball game. Wildcats trying to set it up now. Jamie Farr. Farr takes it outside. Koch thought about going from downtown for one. Zagadlo. Farr trying to find a hole. Good drive, but no good. And back come the Red Raiders. Steal the other way now. Gouverneur trying to go in. Farr. And he traveled. Jamie Farr. So it'll be a turnover. And the Red Raiders will have the ball out of bounds. 3-0 our score if you're just joining us. 6:39 remaining to play. And the first quarter. Underneath the basket. And Alan Kelly with two. Massena up 5-0 now. Wildcats trying to work the ball inside. Nobody there but Alan Kelly. And back come the Raiders. Corey Aiken. Off to McCauley now. Inside feed to Mock underneath. And the foul, I believe, will go on Jamie Farr. And Jamie Mock will go to the line. Well, they call the foul on Griffith. So Gordon Griffith will pick up his first personal foul. And Jamie Mock to the line. Mock has had a tremendous season for the Red Raiders. And Mock puts it up, and he makes the first one. Mock was 7 for 8 at the charity stripe the other night. And Mock again, he goes 1 for 2 at the stripe. So it's 6-0 in favor of the Red Raiders with 5:53 remaining to play on the Club 37 scoreboard. Underneath, rebound taken away, Koch, and Alan Kelly rips it away. Big rebound there by Kelly. Inside feed to Allen. Spinorama move under the basket. No good. Rebound, Jamie Mock, no good. Again, McCauley. And the extra effort by Brian McCauley. And Brian picks up his first two of the ball game. 8-0 lead for the Red Raiders. There's a shot by Koch from downtown. Nothing but oxygen there. Ball gets out of bounds, and Kelly will inbound it for the Red Raiders. 5 minutes exactly to play in the first quarter of play. From SUNY Potsdam and Potsdam, New York. Normally the home of the Potsdam Bears. And a foul called there, and that will go on number 21, Ben Zagadlo. And Zagadlo will pick up his, yes, Ben Zagadlo. He will pick up his first personal foul. McCauley now. Fredericks inside feed. Kelly. Kelly again. Jamie Mott. And the foul. And I think that Brian Lumley, we'll have to wait and see. I believe, yes, Lumley will pick up his second personal foul. Twice now, Alan Kelly has gone up at this end. Picked off his own rebound, and Jamie Mock with the fireman to the rescue effect, trying to put in the rebound after the 2 tries of Kelly. This time drawing a foul, loose ball foul. Here's McCauley with a head of steam. Rebound, Alan Kelly, nothing there. Scramble for it. Jamie Mock with a 1.5 gainer dive at it. Here's the shot taken by Farr. That's blocked. Aiken. Fredericks now. The lob underneath and the foul before the shot on Jamie Mock, and that will go on Gordon Griffith, I believe. And if it is, that will be Griffith's second personal foul, and it is. Kelly, and the foul, oh, excuse me, a turnover, and I believe an offensive foul is called there. And it is, and it will go against number 41, Alan Kelly, as Kelly will pick up his first of the ball game. And now, I believe Jamie Mock will pick up a foul as well. Have to wait and see. May have been McCauley. He was there as well, and it is, as Brian McCauley will pick up his first personal foul. Ricky Koch will go to the line. Koch's first appearance at the charity stripe. And Koch off the front of the rim is no good. Just joining us, 3:49. Massena Red Raiders have the lead 8-0 on the Club 37 scoreboard. And back come the Red Raiders. And a pass cross court from Chris Frontera to McCauley gets away. So the Wildcats will get the ball out of bounds. There's Farr. Quick feed in back of him to Weldon. And the foul underneath. Referee is pointing to Corey Aiken. Now, and it will go on Jamie Mock. So, well, the officials have my number tonight, that's for sure. Well, excuse me, they have changed that up there. Now they changed the board to read Jamie Mock having one personal foul. First try at the foul line for Jake Weldon is no good. Weldon making his first appearance at the charity stripe. And Weldon makes the second one. So the Red Raiders will bring it back up court again, and ball out of bounds. Chris Frontera almost had his pocket pick there, but the ball going out of bounds, and the Red Raiders will maintain possession. Corey Aiken taking a look. Inside to Kelly. And some neat moves by Alan Kelly. Kelly now with 7 in the ball game. And the Wildcats come flying back up the other end of the court. Ricky Koch with 2 and the foul. And that gets the Wildcat fans going once again for Gouverneur. And going to the line will be Ricky Koch to try to complete the three-point play. Koch will shoot 1. Rebound almost put in there. Here's another rebound taken away. Jake Weldon coming back. His first field goal of the game. That's 3 for Weldon, and a turnover. Wildcats get it back. 10-6 now with 2:45 remaining in the first. Underneath shot. What a shot by Jamie Farr. That almost went in. There's Mike McCauley coming back. Frontera tries to force it inside. Ball is out of bounds, but the Red Raiders will maintain possession. 2:30 remaining now on the clock. 10-6 the score on the Club 37 scoreboard. Frontera, big pass to Kelly. He can't put it in, and the rebound taken away by the Gouverneur Wildcats. Here's Farr now. He gets it over on the far side to Weldon. And Luke Weldon goes down. And we'll wait and see. Apparently, foul is called on Brian McCauley. And I believe McCauley will pick up his second personal. I don't know. They've got it down as 1, but I believe it's his second. Oh, they changed the board again. Now Chris Frontera, picks up his first personal foul. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we'll get it after a while. We're going by who the ref is pointing to, and then going by the foul tabulator on the clock. Here's Alan Kelly working it across the line. Pete Bernstein. What a future this gentleman's got. There's Mike McCauley. Taz gets it over to Fredericks. Inside. That's no good. Taken away again by the Wildcats. Koch, quick feed to Farr. No good. And Fredericks had the rebound. But the foul will go, I believe, on Clark Porter, who's in the game. Clark Porter, his first appearance with a foul. Here's Alan Kelly with the move. And Kelly is fouled by Farr. And Farr will pick up his first personal foul. 1:27 remaining to play in the first quarter of play. If you're just joining us, the Red Raiders have the lead by a score of 10-6. Hope you're enjoying our exciting NAC B Division Championship game between the Massena Red Raiders and the Gouverneur Wildcats. Winner of this contest, of course, the B&C Championship game. The winner of this and that championship game will face Potsdam Sandstoners as they beat the Norwood Norfolk Flyers earlier, 51-49. There's Alan Kelly. And Kelly sinks it from the charity stripe. 2 for 2 tonight from the charity stripe is Alan Kelly. now. Kelly, 100% from the charity stripe. And Allen will come out of the ball game. Corey Aiken is back in once again. 12-6 with 1:21 remaining in the first quarter. Far side, Weldon. Wildcats work it back outside. Now underneath, a quick pass. Colby Wood, his first 2 of the ball game. And a lot of hustle by the Wildcats trying to take that ball away. 12-8 the score. The Wildcats are down by 4 on the Club 37 scoreboard. Mike McCauley bringing it up court. McCauley dribbling through a maze of players. Here's Fredericks from downtown. Nothing there. And the rebound taken away by the Wildcats. There's Porter. Porter with a drive. And a huge rebound by Jamie Mock. It gets away from him, but Fredericks with the save. Aiken to Fernstein. Good heads-up play back to Mock, but no good, and the Wildcats get it. Now some end-to-end action, but nothing going in the cylinder here. 12-8 with 13 seconds remaining. Wildcats looking for the last shot apparently in the quarter. Koch takes it. Good for 2. Koch now with 4 in the ballgame. Here's Taz for the long one. Almost sinks it. That's the second time in as many games that McCauley has had a shot at that long one. So at the end of 1, it's 12-10 in favor of the Red Raiders. Over the Wildcats will return in just a moment.
Frenchie Chevrolet Olds, 255 East Orvis Street in Massena, offers a vast inventory of new and used vehicles as well as state-of-the-art service in Mr. Goodwrench GM parts. Plus complete body and glass repair and maintenance, and also AAA approved 24-hour wrecker service. For all your automobile needs, see the professionals at Frenchie Chevrolet Olds, 255 East Orvis Street, Massena. LaRue Oil and Brazier Quick Stop on Route 11 at Brazier have everything you need under one roof. Groceries, cold beer and soda, video rentals, year-round fishing supplies, ammo and hunting supplies, also gas, diesel fuel, and kerosene. On special in the 12-pack cans is Genesee Light, $5.39. Coors Light, $7.39. Bud Light, just $7.39. Milwaukee's Best, 12-pack cans, $3.99. Also Coca-Cola, 16-ounce bottle, 50 cents. 6-pack, 2 for $5. And Pepsi, 16-ounce 8-pack, 2 for $5. All prices plus tax and deposit. New York State instant win tickets, too, at your one-stop headquarters, LaRue Oil and Brazier Quick Stop, Route 11, Brazier.
Portions of this broadcast is brought to you today by Michelex Plastics of Massena.
And welcome back to SUNY Potsdam. Second half action underway, 7:42, or just underway, 7:42 remaining to play, 12-10 this score. Some great hustle by the Wildcats in the closing minutes of that first quarter of play, and they have closed the gap within 2. Jamie Mock will go to the line now. Foul was committed there by Clark Porter, his second. And Mock dumps it in. Jamie's 2 for 3 from the charity stripe. And Mock again. 14-10 now in favor of the Red Raiders over the Gouverneur Wildcats. Griffith now. Here comes Koch down through the paint, but he's fouled on the way through. Koch trying to force his way in there. Wildcats get the ball and trying to get inside was Koch, I believe. And back comes Ricky Koch again. And they foul. Going to the line now will be Ricky Koch to shoot. Koch, who had a good game against the Red Raiders the last time they played. He's one of the top scorers for this squad. And Koch misses there. Koch 0 for 1 at the charity stripe now. Still 14-10 in favor of the Red Raiders. We're in the second quarter of action. Here's Aiken. Inside to Kelly, and Allen at his favorite spot puts it in for 2. And Kelly on fire for the Red Raiders. 11 points in the ball game for Allen Kelly. Here's one from downtown for Koch. That's no good. Rebound taken away. Griffith tries to fight for it. It's passed back now to Fredericks. Aiken takes a look. Inside to Kelly. He looks for his favorite spot. It's good for 2. 13 points in the ballgame right now for Allen Kelly. And Farr trying to work it inside. Nothing there but the Twin Towers. And a turnover. Here's Fredericks. And the Wildcats come up with it. Jamie Farr had a good game the last time he played the Red Raiders. There's Koch from downtown. Nothing but net. Koch with a key 3 right there. 18-13 now. Here's Aiken all alone. He waits, tries to draw the foul, but nobody touches him. So he settles for 2. First 2 points of the ball game for Corey Aiken. (20-13) on the Club 37 scoreboard. 4:54 remaining. Here's Farr trying to work it inside. Pass outside for Griffith. And he can't quite come up with it. So it'll be Red Raiders ball out of bounds. Substitutions coming into the game. Clark Porter is back in as Gordy Griffith comes out of the ball game, as does Colby Wood. And back come the Red Raiders now. Mike Frederick. Lob pass for Jamie Mock. He looks for an opening. The finger roll and the 2. Mock with his first field goal in the game. And a timeout called by the Wildcats. So the score, 22-13 in favor of the Red Raiders. We'll return in a moment.
Susie Travel, a full-service agency. Instant computerized reservations, and Susie Travel now has service after hours. You can phone in reservations till 9 p.m. on weekdays and until 5 p.m. on weekends. All major credit cards accepted. Travel for fun or business. Your arrangements will always be handled professionally and efficiently. Once you've traveled with Susie Travel, you'll never travel with anyone else. Phone 769-2932.
Do you have the winter blues? Becoming a couch potato? Well, sit no more. Enjoy the live entertainment and great company at the Hotel Netto, 43 Andrew Street in Massena. On Friday and Saturday, boogie to the sounds of nightlife from 10 p.m. to 2 a.m. Tuesday nights at 7:30, it's Hardy's Pool Tournament. There's great things happening, great company, and, of course, great beverages at the Hotel Netto, 43 Andrew Street, Massena.
Trying to get something going here. Luke Weldon. Far side for Koch now. Thinking about three was Clark Porter. Porter with a whirlybird effect trying to get two. And can't do it. And back come the Red Raiders again. And a blocking foul is called on Ricky Koch. And Rick will pick up his first personal foul in the ball game. So a blocking foul, and going to the line will be Brian McCauley. Brian with his first appearance at the free throw line tonight. And nothing but net on the first one for Brian McCauley. Brian now with 3 points in the ball game. And Brian makes the second one. So Brian McCauley, 100% from the charity stripe. He has 4 in the ball game. And back come the Wildcats. Far side to Koch. He puts it up from downtown. Nothing there. Koch with a key block right here on Fredericks, trying to take it in for 2. And nothing there. Back come the Red Raiders now. Aiken thinking about 2. Takes the shot. That one goes off the rim. Rebound, Jamie Mock, and the foul. And the foul will be, I believe, on number 23, Luke Weldon. Weldon will pick up his first in the ball game. Substitution now coming in. Griffith comes back in. And Lumley will leave. Fouls in the ball game right now for Gouverneur. Lumley has 2. Griffith has 2. Clark Porter has 2. Barr has 1. Koch has 1. Zagadlo has 1. And Luke Weldon with 1. Jamie Mock picking up yet another from the charity stripe, and he's gone to the line quite a bit here in the playoffs. Mock puts it up. Nothing there, though. Jamie is 4 for 6 at the line. Ball getting out of bounds, but the Red Raiders will maintain possession. Fredericks trying to set up inside. There's Pete Bernstein. He gives it back to McCauley. And the ball back on the outer perimeter again to Fredericks. He'll try to set it up. 2:45 remaining. 25-13 on the Club 37 scoreboard in favor of the Massena Red Raiders. Inside, give and go to Pete Bernstein. Good for 2. Jamie Mock, a big pass to Pete Bernstein. And back come the Wildcats now. Here's Farr. Give inside there. Didn't work. Pass intended for Griffith. Back come the Red Raiders. Bernstein now. Wildcats trying to take it away, though. Here's Fredericks to Mock. Nothing there, and a whistle on the play, the foul. I'll have to wait and see who it's on. Foul is on number 5, Gordy Griffith. Or, excuse me. to wait and see. We take a look, and they haven't put the foul up there yet. But Gordy Griffith, will go to the line. He shoots his first one from the charity stripe tonight. The foul was on Pete Fernstein, his first personal of the ball game. Well, they have it marked up there. Gordy Griffith's third personal foul, and that is wrong because Griffith is at the line right here. He has 2 on him. Ball rolls off the rim, and Griffith goes 1 for 2 at the line. And back come the Red Raiders. 27-14, 1:51 remaining in the half. Right now on the Club 37 scoreboard. And a turnover there. And the Wildcats will get the ball back with 1:47 remaining in the first half. You're just joining us. We're at SUNY Potsdam in Potsdam, New York. The Class B championship game. Senior Red Raiders and the Gouverneur Wildcats. Ricky Koch trying for 2. Nothing there. And back come the Red Raiders again. Aiken trying to work the ball inside. He has to turn around and set it back up again. Inside to Alan Kelly. Kelly tries to get it to Mock. Twin tower connection for 2. And Mock hits for his second field goal of the night. There's a try. Oh, my. Back outside to Farr. He'll go for 2. Farr gets 2, but Ricky Koch trying to force his way in the paint, and a little tough inside. Here's Koch with the pickoff, and a big one for the Wildcats. Back comes Farr now. Farr down through the paint. Rejection, Kelly. Here's McCauley coming back. Aiken inside. And Ricky Koch down on the floor, and Corey Aiken with the offensive foul. So it'll be Wildcats ball again. Corey Aiken will pick up, I believe, his first personal foul of the ball game. A lot of the fans coming in late here due to the early start. Many people probably had to work. Just getting here. 25 seconds remaining to play in the first half. Battle underneath for it. Here's Mock. 15 seconds on the clock. Quick feed by Aiken to Kelly. And Kelly looking for the flusher, but had it off before he could get it in there. And foul before the shot. And Kelly will go to the line. The foul is on Jamie Farr, and I believe that's his second. They've got him down for 1, but I believe that is Farr's second personal foul of the ball game. Coming in is Pete Fernstein now. Out comes Jamie Mock for a big rest, and Alan Kelly will go to the line. Kelly's 3 for 3 at the charity stripe. And Kelly sinks that one as he's 100% at the line tonight. Alan Kelly now. Misses on that one. A scramble for it. And a jump ball, possession arrow rule in favor of the Red Raiders. And Alan Kelly comes out of the game, and in comes, I believe it's Mike Barton. Barton with a different jersey on tonight. He has the number 50 on instead of the number 52, so we'll have to be careful of that tonight. Inside feed to Fernstein. Fredericks from downtown, nothing there. And that'll do it. That's the end of the first half with a score. The Massena Red Raiders 30 and the Gouverneur Wildcats 15. We'll be back with second half action.
Now that the cold weather is here, it's a great time to stay inside and redecorate your house. At A World of Color, you'll have fun looking through their large selection of wallpaper and borders. You'll also discover the original Gail Grissy stencils or paint sun-dries that can dress up any room. And don't forget their great selection of quality Pittsburgh paints. And Ty and Wendy at A World of Color will be more than happy to help you with your interior decorating needs. A World of Color, 10 Main Street, downtown Massena.
Stop into Whalen Insurance Agency, the family-owned business in Massena, established in 1916. John Whalen is an independent insurance agent who deals with many insurance companies to fit your insurance needs. Call Whalen Insurance today at 769-2486 or visit them at 90 Main Street in Massena. Winter sports coverage on Edwards Production Sports is brought to you today by Club 37, located on the Tripany Road in Massena. Massena Building Supply, located on Water Street in Massena. Frenchie Chevrolet Olds and Geo, located on East Orvis Street, Massena. LaRue Oil and Brazier Quick Stop, located on Route 11 in Brazier Falls. WB Goodnow Insurance Agency, located in Brazier Falls. Michelex Plastics of Massena. Susie Travel, located on Main Street in downtown Massena. Hotel Netto, located on Andrew Street in Massena. Bob Post Insurance, located on Maple Street in Massena. Massena Springs Tavern, located on Main Street, Massena. World of Color, located on Main Street in downtown Massena. Whalen Insurance, located on Main Street in downtown Massena. C&M Ford, located on East Orvis Street, Massena. Massena Chrysler Plymouth Dodge, located on Center Street, Massena. By TVI Warehouse. Joanne's Chat Nibble Cafe, located in Brazier Falls. Massena Big M Market, located on North Main Street in Massena. Norfolk Liquor Store, located on Route 56 in Norfolk. And by Billy's Bingo Hall, located on Route 37 in Hogansburg. Once again, thank you to all of our sponsors bringing you winter sports coverage today on Edwards Production Sports. The teams of professionals at Massena Chrysler Plymouth Dodge and Dodge Trucks Incorporated and the staff and management of C&M Ford Incorporated believe that the teams of today inspire the spirit of teamwork in the workforce of tomorrow. Support all of our children's teams, minor and high school. Remember, they are our future. This message brought to you by Massena Chrysler Plymouth Dodge and C&M Ford.
Welcome back to SUNY Potsdam. Well, you're out at intermission time, and you never know who you're going to see. I'm joined here in the booth by Chip Chapman. My goodness, you never know who you're going to see at a basketball game. And Chip, thanks for stopping by.
Hey, my pleasure. Came up to watch the game, wanted to see how the Red Raiders were going to make out tonight, and here they are up by 15 as we are just about set for second half action. Let's recap that first half. For the Red Raiders, they were led in scoring by Al Kelly, a good first half with 14 points. Jamie Mock had 8, Brian McCauley 4, Corey Aiken 2, Pete Bernstein 2. For the Gouverneur Wildcats, they were led by Ricky Koch with 7. Jake Weldon had 3, Jamie Farr 2, Gordy Griffith 1, Colby Wood 2. And as we begin second half action here, foul against Gouverneur, I believe. And it's trying to move Al Kelly out of the way.
Well, I guess
offensive foul?
Yes, it is. Brian Lumley, I think, was called for the foul. We'll wait and see. No, it isn't. It's number 20, Colby Wood. Well, they're changing it again. Now it's Jake Weldon. Well, no, it isn't Jake Weldon. Can you believe this? They've changed that 3 times now. Now they're changing it again. Well, we'll wait on this one. Well, they finally get it. It is Brian Lumley. I was ready to begin with, and Lumley will pick up his 3rd personal foul. And
now we have a holding call.
Yeah. Ball out of bounds, and gee, Chip, awful nice of you to stop by and do color tonight.
Hey,
that
no problem.
An off night, too.
Al Kelly picks up the foul there.
And Kelly, who has now 2 in the ball game, he has 14 points in the game.
Jamie, first half, Wildcats, of course, want to run the ball as much as they can, try to wear down the Red Raiders, and they know that the Red Raiders have the height advantage with people like Kelly and Mock underneath. And in that first half, I noticed that the Wildcats tried to penetrate a lot and then dish off underneath, one trying to draw fouls from the big men.
Well, it was hard to get inside on the Wildcats in that first, or on the Red Raiders in the first half. The Twin Towers pretty well had it shut down in the paint.
And look at this 2-1-2 zone that Gouverneur applying. Very, very aggressive zone is the word I want to use here.
Here's Mock. And Jamie puts it up, and again Mock. And Mock dumps it for 2. And Mock has had, I dare say, Chip, a great time in the playoffs, and that's kind of putting it mildly.
Nice play that time by Mock. It looked like he was off balance.
There's a scramble for it underneath now. Ball gets out of bounds as Brian Lumley tried to put up a shot.
So you wonder in that case right there, though, the Red Raider defense didn't really help out. Lumley beat his man, but Mock or no one stepped down to kind of help out that time. There's a steal.
Red Raiders coming back the other way. Aiken puts it in for 2. Corey thinking about the flusher there, but decided to go for the simple 2, and now Aiken with 4 in the ball game.
And the Red Raiders up 34-16. Good steal that time by Massena. First probably 3-4 minutes going to be critical to the Red Raiders because they don't want to see Gouverneur get a run here and get back in this game.
Well, the Red Raiders doing a good job of ripping down the rebounds. Alan Kelly and Jamie Mock have been phenomenal underneath the boards here throughout the playoffs. Here's Aiken with a drive. Rejection.
No call.
Jamie Farr coming back. Here's Farr for 2. And Farr, 4 points in the ball game now.
That's a 4-point swing there. The 2 the Red Raiders didn't get, and the 2 that the Wildcats get at the other end of the floor.
Here's Fredericks working it back. Corey Aiken, but a blocking foul is called. And I'll have to wait and see. I think that's going to go on Ricky Koch, and if it does, that'll be Ricky's 2nd personal foul. You know, Ricky Koch for the Wildcats, Chip, he's been all over the court tonight.
He's had a good game so far. Wildcats, they looked tired late in that first half. They ran hard early in the early going, and Red Raiders, led 8-0 in the early going, and then Gouverneur came back, and at one time probably was maybe 12-8, but then Red Raiders got it to 30-15 by halftime.
In the first quarter, it looked as if the Red Raiders would have nothing go wrong for them, as they were almost perfect to the first 3 or 4 minutes of the game. Aiken makes it, and Corey goes 1 for 2 at the line. 35-18 on the Club 37 scoreboard as the Red Raiders have the lead.
I'm not sure if that one was partially deflected by the Red Raiders, but it did not reach the basket.
Fredericks through the paint for 2. That's no good. Rebound taken away by Gordon Griffith.
Only blue jerseys underneath that basket, though, Jamie. Red Raiders didn't stay down there to rebound offensively.
They got a nice lead here. They may want to be protecting that. I think that's...
How many fouls does Mock have? No, he's only got 1.
And it's good for 3. And I think that was Zagadlo with a big 3-pointer. So Zagadlo with his first from downtown. Red Raiders working it back up. Fernstein stripped away there for a while by Farr. And now the Red Raiders settle it down. Gouverneur trying to turn it up a notch here, Chip, it looks like.
Nice pass right there.
Bernstein for 2, and I'll tell you, I said it earlier in the first half, and it looks as if Pete Bernstein's got quite a future in front of him with the Red Raiders.
Nice pass by Brian McCauley that time. Good bounce pass, good look inside. Ooh, close to the line, yes. Brian Fairchild with a call. And he's on the line.
Ben Zagadlo out of bounds. So the Red Raiders will get it back once again, and that's something the Wildcats did not want to see, with 4:30 remaining in the third quarter of play. McCauley with a bounce pass try to Corey Aiken.
Good idea. You know, you bring that man up, that post man, like Mock that time, and the Wildcats have to respect that the Red Raiders might give Jamie Mock the ball to try to help bringing the ball over half court, and then that allows Brian McCauley a little bit more freedom to be able to dribble out of trouble and get the ball over half court.
Here's Fredericks now.
Red Raiders with a 2-1-2 offense.
They have been doing very well lately, Chip, at taking their time and setting things up.
George Gordon kind of giving his troops a rest right now, basically letting them go with a 2-1-2. It looks like zone defense. Now a 2-2-3, I guess. Here's Frederick.
Mike gets it inside. Mock to Aiken. Corey for 2. Nothing there. And Ricky Koch. And he seems to be all over the court for the Wildcats. Here's one from downtown. Nothing there. Rebound taken away there by Lumley. Scrambled for it. And the foul, I believe.
Jamie Mock.
Yeah, and you're right, I think, Chip. Jamie Mock. And that is Jamie's second personal foul.
Steve Dona, though, all the while here is resting Alan Kelly. He has 2 fouls in the game. Nice luxury when you can keep a guy like Kelly on the bench. And just give him a breather, and then I'm sure he'll be taking the place of Jamie Mock.
Now Brian Lumley puts home 2, and that's Brian's first 2 points of the ball game right there.
Now the Wildcats pick up good pressure. Red Raiders.
There's Mock trying to pass it inside to Bernstein, and that one gets away. So, looks as if, Chip, the Wildcats kind of turned the pressure on just a little bit here.
And the Red Raiders let that one get away from them.
3:11 remaining on the Club 37 scoreboard, 37-23 in favor of the Red Raiders.
Pete Bernstein might have been a little bit too anxious to put that ball up and didn't quite catch it first.
Take your eye off it for a second on a pass like that, and it can get away from you real fast. Wildcats working around, trying to get the ball inside, and that has been a task in itself tonight. They finally do, and Lumley is fouled, I believe.
But they are getting the ball inside, though. They are having some success.
And that's something they weren't doing in the first half of the game. They had a real hard time getting the ball in the paint. Saw Ricky Koch a couple of times come down through the paint with some real fast drives, but that was about the extent of it.
Pete Bernstein leaves the game, and taking his place is Chris Fonterra.
Wildcats working inside. Rejection, Mock, and Jamie with a big pawn.
Nice block that time by Jamie Mock. Good anticipation.
That's not the first time we've seen him do that this season.
37-23. Our score.
Outside. Here's the dish inside. Mock got a hand on it. And back come the Red Raiders again.
Good defense by the Red Raiders. Watch the Wildcats. Every time the Red Raider dribbles by, they try to pick his pocket from behind.
Now Chris Frontera right there trying to do a little pickpocketing of his own. Not too often, Chip, you get a chance to see 2 teams with both of them wearing their road uniforms.
That's right.
Mike Fredericks.
See, stolen from behind right there.
Good deal there for the Gouverneur Wildcats. Underneath, rebound, and the foul. And Jake Weldon.
Nice play by Weldon as he picked up a rebound off the original shot by Jamie Farr. And the Wildcats doing what they want to do, and that's rush the ball up the floor. We have a timeout by the Massena Central Red Raiders. 37-25, Red Raiders in the lead.
Portions of this broadcast are brought to you by TVI Warehouse, reminding bowlers to watch the TVI Monthly Bowling Show each month on TV 24 and find out how you can win great prizes and money by qualifying each month on TVI's Monthly Bowling Show. Come to the hall that started it all, Billy's Bingo Hall. They now offer Midnight Madness. Cards are on sale at 10:30. Bingo starts at 11:30. Same game schedule as day and evening sessions. Enjoy the snack bar and bingo 7 days per week with a guaranteed winnings of $3,400 per session. You can catch Midnight Bingo on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday nights. Billy's Bingo Hall is located on Route 37 in Hogansburg.
Welcome back to SUNY Potsdam. Jamie Davis along with a wandering Chip Chapman, who happened to be
I found my way, though.
hanging around during the intermission, so he thought maybe he could find a home up here in the booth.
Red Raiders out on the floor right now with Jamie Mock, along with Corey Aiken, Chris Frontera, Brian McCauley, and Mike Frederick.
And going to the line, trying to complete a three-point play.
My apologies to Corey Aiken. I may have called him in an earlier telecast Corey David by mistake. My apologies to Corey.
Back comes McCauley now. This is Brian. And B. Brian looking to go inside, but
Wildcats going with a man-to-man defense here.
they've got things closed up in the paint pretty good right now.
Looking for help was Frederick.
There's the shot by Aiken for two. No good. Rebound Frontera, and that's good for two, though.
Good play by Chris Frontera. He passed the ball off to Aiken. Aiken took the jump shot, but he was short. Frontera, good position.
Red Raiders have been good, Chip, throughout the playoffs on the boards. They have been rebounding very well.
Good box that time by Brian McCauley. Tipped out of bounds by the Wildcats, and the Red Raiders have control. Good Red Raider defense that time. Down to 117 in our third quarter.
That's one thing that Coach Steve Dona wanted to work on this season, was to box out more. Talking with him at the beginning of the season, they obviously have worked on that pretty good.
Yes, worked right there to perfection. Good play by McCauley, and he dribbling away from pressure. Don't get stuck in the corner, though.
No, that's
where they want to double team you.
Here's Frederick inside, feed to Mock. And Corey Aiken tried to put that one back in play, but it gets out of bounds. He had a foot on the line right there.
Jamie Mock was trying to position himself underneath that time, Jamie, and Mike Frederick might have been a little bit too early with that pass, as Mock was not able to recover to get the ball.
Here's a chance here for Koch. He passes it back out. Oh, my! Jamie Mock with a rejection there, and back it comes. Here's Koch. And that one is no good. Hook shot by Gordy Griffith. You don't see that often. And back come the Red Raiders. And Corey Aiken stripped by Jamie Farr. And Wildcats, good job getting back on defense right there, Jeff.
Yes, but you watched how this game, in the first half, the Wildcats, as I mentioned, they were up, or the Red Raiders were up like 8-0 early, and then the Wildcats fought back. But as you towards the end of the first half, the Wildcats were tired. And when you're tired and you take those three-pointers, you got to put a little bit more on them in order to make them go in, because the legs are tired. And that will probably be a big factor in this game, as the Wildcats are trying to fight their way back in this. They're down by 14, and there's only 13 seconds remaining here in our third quarter. But because they play such, pressure defense, and they're trying to pressure the Red Raiders up and down the court. Here's a three-pointer here, I believe.
Gordy Griffith is going to pick up one from downtown. So we got a break in the action. 39-28 in favor of the Red Raiders on the Club 37 scoreboard. We'll return right after this.
There's special discounts for all occasions at the Norfolk Liquor Store, Route 56, Norfolk. At the Norfolk Liquor Store, you'll discover fine liquors, cordials, wines, and champagne. You might enjoy the California Wine Vendache in all varieties, 1.5 liter, just $6.99, and Bacardi Light and Dark Rum in the 7.5 milliliter, $8.99, with a $1.50 mail-in rebate. Your final cost, $7.49. Special discounts for all occasions at the Norfolk Liquor Store, Route 56, Norfolk.
Massena Big M tries hard to accommodate all their customers, both in groceries and accommodations. Senior citizens, remember our carryout service, competitive prices, and customer order meats. Why be forced to buy more than you need? Watch for exciting major remodeling coming soon. One-stop shopping with small store convenience. Make Massena Big M your store. Locally owned and operated, and located at 232 North Main Street in Massena.
Welcome back to SUNY Potsdam here in Potsdam, New York. The Massena Red Raiders trying to pick off the B championship. They're ahead by a score of 39-28. But the Gouverneur Wildcats have fought back quite well here in this second half, and they're showing quite a bit here, Chip.
Yes, they are. They've had a pretty good third quarter. They're still down by 11, but the steal, here they come.
Wildcats coming back the other way. And it's good for two. And Cordy Griffith again.
Red Raiders, see, look at, they're going to have to, Frederick tried to bounce the ball out of bounds and went through the player's legs. Red Raiders are going to have to try to settle down here.
Looked as if they were trying to set up Jamie Farr from downtown right there, but
once the Red Raiders get to half court, then they pick up the double team. And they have to be careful of that they don't run into the double team.
Gouverneur coming right back with a full court press right here. And they break it. And Mike Frederick draws the foul. Good weight right there by Frederick. It was like he heard the footsteps in the background. That's Jamie Farr, I believe, that'll pick up the foul, and that'll be his third personal foul. And that's if they give it to him.
Yes. There's some discussion right now as to whether it's a one-on-one opportunity, and it is. Mike Frederick at the line.
Now Mike will go to the charity stripe. This is his first appearance from the line. He has no points in the ball game, but he's had an awful lot of hustle out there. I know that. And Mike is not perfect from the charity stripe as he gets nothing but net on the first one.
That will be crucial down the way here as we are in our final quarter. Red Raiders will have to hit their free throws because you know that if we get down with probably, 4-minute mark and the Red Raiders are still up by whatever, that the Gouverneur will be fouling.
Red Raiders have been shooting darn close to about 87% from the free throw line during the playoffs. Big rebound.
And Brian McCauley was forced out of bounds. Red Raiders should, sometimes the Red Raiders should really take a look down court, because when Mock comes down with a rebound, Gouverneur are trying to double team underneath. If one of the guards breaks, they'll probably have a wide open, just a long pass, and they'll have a easy layup.
Corey Aiken was breaking down the right side.
Look at the pressure. The Red Raiders are going to need to post somebody here, get some help for their guards. And I wouldn't be surprised if Steve Doan is going to do that. He's going to bring in Mike McCauley to help bringing the ball up the court. But I wouldn't be surprised you're going to see the Red Raiders post a big man just as another option to try to.
Jake Weldon will go to the line. He is 1 for 3 at the charity stripe. 41-30 on the Club 37 scoreboard, 6:45 remaining. And the Wildcats, this doesn't look like the same team that was out there in that first half, Jeff.
They trailed by 15 at halftime. Now they get this foul situation straightened out. They don't go to the line.
Far side pass. Farr trying to work it around. Now Koch.
Good steal by Kelly.
And back come the Red Raiders, and if one fella can get it over the line, it's Mike McCauley. Not too much stops McCauley when he's on his way across that 10-second line.
Gouverneur always trying to steal that ball. There's a bad pass. You got to get it up higher than that. Mock stands probably, what, 6'5"?
About that, yes.
He has a considerable height advantage over Gordy Griffith.
Inside pass, a good one to Colby Wood. And Wood now with 4 points in the ball game. And a timeout, as you suspected, Chip, called by Coach Steve Dona. So the score, Red Raiders 41, the Wildcats 32. 5:58 remaining in the Club 37 scoreboard. Let's pause for a moment.
Commercial, residential, or industrial, you can depend on Northern Masonry for all your masonry work. Fully insured and over 35 years of experience. Brick and block work, flagstone, cement and stone work, fireplaces, driveways and sidewalks, chimney builders and repairers, even poured concrete foundations. Free estimates are available, so call today at 769-7550. Pierre Rochford and Ann Dumas wish the best of luck to all of the players competing in the high school playoffs. Northern Masonry is a proud supporter of high school sports. Flowers by Joseph has moved to a new location. Flowers by Joseph is located now at 19 Bailey Road, formerly the old Nancy's Flowers building. Flowers by Joseph always promises to be as uniquely special as the person to whom they are sent. If you appreciate artistic arrangements specifically designed for your special occasion, then you'll love Flowers by Joseph. Fresh flowers, specialty baskets, plants, dried and silk flowers, or antiques. Don't settle for ordinary. Experience Flowers by Joseph today. Now at their new location, 19 Bailey Road, Massena, formerly the old Nancy's Flowers building.
Well, I think we saw the Wildcats do that to Massena once this year, I believe. In the last game they played against them, the Gouverneur got out there a little bit quicker than they did. Now Brian McCauley will bring it back up now for the Red Raiders. And again, the Wildcats come with a little bit of a press and double dribble.
Good pressure by the Wildcats. And they, right now, have the momentum. We're under 6 minutes to play in our contest.
Well, they almost got the Red Raiders feeling like a nervous wreck out there right now. Well, Ricky Koch getting a foot on that one, but they'll still maintain possession here.
Red Raiders appear to be in a 2-3 zone.
Shot taken there, rebound up, scramble for it.
And off of Jamie Mock, so the ball stays in Governor's hands. Red Raiders need to do a better job of boxing out, as the Wildcats are doing a good job on the offensive boards.
They are. And both Lumley and Griffith have been right in there in this half. Jamie Farr will try to get something going here for the Wildcats. Here's Koch for two. No good. And Mock rips down the rebound. Fredericks now.
Take your time.
Gets it out to Brian McCauley. And McCauley tries to hurry the pass to Corey Aiken.
Corey Aiken just loses concentration, or maybe he was just thinking about what he was going to do with the ball once he got it, instead of just catching the ball and making sure. Red Raiders turn the ball over. Down to 5 minutes now in our basketball game.
There's the inside drive there, and Mock got a piece of Clark Porter, and the ball will go the other way. Gouverneur trying to hurry inside in the paint now. Red Raiders coming back, and again the pressure, Chip.
Yes. Right here is usually where the double team occurs, and they're trying it right here.
Frederick will look things over. He will try to dribble his way out. And the Wildcats again, and it goes over the line.
And they call it over and back.
The referee trying to back up real quick, and he went for the big ride.
Usually referees don't want to be seen as quite like that when they make a call, but
he tried to get back. It happened real fast. He had to move back real fast to make the call. But he rolled right back up again.
Kelly got a hand on that shot, and the Red Raiders have the ball.
Aiken now,
Look from
and
behind.
again, triple teamed. Here's the Wildcats underneath. Lumley, and that's no good, but they had Aiken triple teamed that time, Jeff.
Lob the ball in the air and get it to your big men to help out. Get the ball high enough. You have a distinct height advantage. Red Raiders just don't seem to be. Steve Dona now explaining to his troops what he wants them to do. Down to 4:10 in this basketball game. 41-32.
Well, the Wildcats have really come back in this second half. They're still down by 9, but boy, you wouldn't know it the way they've been hustling this half. Back out now. Mock will try to get a hold of somebody out there to help him. Fredericks. There comes Fredericks, and again from behind, Chip, and you mentioned that once before, and that time Jamie Farr.
They've done it the entire game. The Wildcats need the ball, and they're trying to steal it every time the Red Raiders have control of the basketball. Mock gets it in bounce. Nice pass.
And Alan Kelly tries to go up for it. And
nice pass. I think I'd prefer to see a bounce pass in that situation right there, but nonetheless,
I think that's what he was thinking about doing, but he changed his mind in the middle of it. And here's...
When Jamie Mock and Al Kelly look for one another underneath, the Red Raiders are very effective. Saw it a couple times in that first half. Here we go. Red Raiders.
Mock. Fredericks inside.
See, Kelly is... Red Raiders are double and triple teamed underneath now when they get the basketball.
Oh, and now Jamie Mock having a discussion with the official.
Down to 3:45 in our basketball game, and the Red Raiders lead by 9.
And the Wildcats are trying to work it up court, and we haven't had much scoring here in the past few minutes, have we?
No, we have not.
Wildcats now working the ball outside. Luke Weldon from downtown, nothing there. Ball gets out of bounds. Here's Fredericks on a break. He's got McCauley coming on the other side, but decides
Watch
to
it from behind.
hold it up. Here's
McCauley
the pass.
Forgot about the player behind him. Let's see.
Here's Jamie Mock all alone.
There,
Mock
the Red
for
Raiders.
2. And that's what you were talking about, Chip, getting the ball over inside to the big guy.
They were stuck at 41 for a while there.
Glued right there.
3:05 to play.
Here's the shot from downtown, and a timeout called. Jamie Farr, I believe it was, that hit from downtown. So we've got a timeout. So with that timeout, we'll take a timeout. We'll be back right after this. Welcome back to SUNY Potsdam in Potsdam, New York. It's the B championship game, 43-35 in favor of the Red Raiders.
Red Raiders have not done a real good job of handling the pressure here in this second half. They get the ball here as it's tipped out of bounds. Off the Wildcats. Wildcats full court pressure here.
They've had that on for most of this second half, too. McCauley will try to dribble his way out of it and get it across that line.
He senses there's going to be pressure.
And an offensive foul is called on McCauley. Bryant trying to duck his head down and burrow his way out of it.
Steve Dona might have told the other official, that's your call if that's the way the player went down. Probably was saying that's your call. As Brian Fairchild had the call from across the way. Offensive foul called against the Red Raiders. 43-35.
Here come the Wildcats now, trying to work the ball across court to Colby Wood.
And Wood was penetrating to the basket and just couldn't quite get the handle.
Mock will try to get it in, and he is fouled this time. Alan Kelly is fouled from behind by Jake Weldon, and then he picks up his first personal. But Chip, they've done a good job to keep away from fouling the Red Raiders, well as keeping the pressure on.
So now here's one of the big keys here as we get down to 2:26 remaining. Once again, we mentioned it earlier, Red Raiders are going to have to hit their free throws.
Certainly are. This is, and now, since the Wildcats have put the pressure on, these are key free throws, big ones, for the Red Raiders. 8 points can go away real fast with 2 minutes left plus in a ball game. I know that. Well, Alan Kelly will go to the line. Kelly is 4 for 5 at the line. And Allen looking for the roll and doesn't get it.
And he's going to go to the line again because there was a violation. One of the Wildcat players, I believe, stepped in the lane too soon, and it may have been Gordy Griffith.
The dreaded line violation. And Alan Kelly will get a second try. And it's good.
So Kelly makes Griffith pay for his mistake there. And let's see if he can make this one too.
It's always nice to get a second chance in that situation.
And that was a bonus. And he makes both of them. So the Red Raiders up by 10.
And a big one for Kelly. He's 6 for 7 at the line now.
The Wildcats going to try to put the ball up in a hurry now as they need some points.
There's Koch in the paint. He tries to dish it off.
Good play by Frederick as he steps down and tips that ball. Watch the Wildcats see the double team. Red Raiders doing a good job breaking the pressure that time. Let's see. But McCauley has trouble handling the ball, and here come the Wildcats.
There's Koch inside in the paint. And Koch is triple teamed under there, but here's Griffith for 3. Nothing there. And Kelly with a big key rebound right there. But again, Gouverneur, the pickpocket effect, and they have been good at that in this second half, Chip.
They have. Red Raiders have not taken care of the ball like they should here in this second half. And I'm sure Steve Dona, no one needs to tell Steve Dona that. He's sure not happy with the way the Red Raiders have handled the ball here in this second half, as they've had trouble with Gouverneur's pressure.
Well, outside now, Corey Aiken trying to strip the ball away. That's all good. Koch from downtown, nothing there. And Mott trying to strip it away. Possession arrow ruled in favor of the Massena Red Raiders, but boy, Koch is all over the court for the Wildcats tonight.
And we have an injured Gouverneur player, it looks like. Well, number 11, and that's Ricky Koch.
And Rick was, the last time he took the ball out of bounds, he was grimacing then. And I don't know what...
George Gordon, the head coach, going over to take a look at his injured player. Ricky Koch, a pretty good football player. Jamie, we got a chance to see him against the Red Raiders.
Yes, we did.
A couple of times.
Yes, and he was in the top 10 in a couple of categories during the football season. He has been all over the place out there for the Wildcats tonight. And Rick is being helped up by George Gordon now, the coach of the Wildcats. And I don't know what happened there. He was, before that last inbounds of the ball, he was grimacing there, and then he took that three-point shot, and he just kind of folded up over there after the shot.
Could it be that maybe he was down, giving his team a break, possibly?
You don't mean the possum effect, do you?
You never know. One never knows, because Gouverneur, the way they play their full court pressure, they need a little break here. Good. Red Raiders handle the press. There you go. They handle the pressure real well that time, and they get a layup out of it.
Corey Aiken with a big 2 right there. Here's Farr with the long shot for 2. That's no good.
Al Kelly is fouled from behind.
You notice the fans standing up. They want Kelly to get a flusher before this is over. But Wildcats just not allowing it.
Red Raiders up by 12 with just 1 minute to go.
And it's safe to say that the Red Raiders, due to the fact that they played as well as they did, I think, in that first half and got out to such a large lead, is the reason that they're where they are right now.
They never trailed in this basketball game.
Kelly with that one.
Another big free throw for Al Kelly. Red Raiders now up by 13. Red Raiders up by 15 at halftime, maybe 16 even. But then saw that lead dwindle to, what, 8?
8, I believe it was. Kelly is just phenomenal at the foul line. He is now 8 for 9 at the charity stripe. Just a great night. Here's one from long range for 3. That was Porter.
Wildcats don't have any choice anymore. They don't have a whole lot of time. They got to put it up.
Porter again. That one's off the back. Rebound taken away by the Red Raiders.
You've got a man. Too late. Mike Frederick had him. Just stop, fake the pass upstairs. You got the guy going up in the air, and then just get it by him somehow. Bounce pass or whatnot. But
I think that's what Coach Steve Dona is telling him now. But Mike Frederick is been a key asset to this team this season. He's hit a couple of them from downtown to close the gap in a couple of games.
Mike Frederick has done a nice job for the most part in handling the pressure when he's had the basketball.
Certainly has, and he has not had a field goal tonight, but he is perfect from the foul line. 3 for 3, 100% from the charity stripe.
Red Raiders back out to a 15, now a 16-point lead. So the Massena Central Red Raiders are going to advance to the BC final, is it, Jamie?
Yep, the BC Championship, what we would call, I guess, the North Country High School Basketball Championship, I guess, if you want to call it that. And the Red Raiders, they have the score 51-37 with 32 seconds remaining, and a lot of people are starting to head for the exits.
The second half hasn't been pretty for Massena, but they've gotten it done. And then here in the last couple of minutes, the Red Raiders have taken in what was an 8-point lead and now expanded it once again. They lead 51-37.
Well, we definitely saw a different Wildcat team out here in that second half. They came out with a vengeance. If the shooting had gone along with the great defensive play that they were playing out there in that second half, Chip, I think this would have been an even ball game going into 32 seconds.
Once again, what happens, though, is you work so hard with all the pressure that you're applying defensively that when you're on offense, those legs just get tired. It wears you down late in the half. And the Wildcats just really, the Red Raider height advantage with Mock and Kelly underneath.
You can tell by looking at Jamie Farr and Brian Lumley there during the break. They are just winded out there.
There it is, the home run pass, and see, he's open. Good call right there. Good call by official Brian Fairchild, as that ball, I believe, did go off of Corey Aiken, but good idea for the Red Raiders as that was open. A long baseball pass down court.
Pass outside now. There's Griffith. That's no good. Fredericks. He's looking to try to get it out to Aiken and loses the handle. Inside now. Looking for 2. No good behind the back.
Just 9 seconds left in our basketball game.
Clark Porter will pick up his 3rd, but as you said, Chip, 9 seconds left in the game. They'll go down to the other end and shoot one.
So these teams split during the regular season, correct?
That is correct. But the funny thing was, it was one of those road deals.
Yeah.
Gouverneur won on the road at Massena, and Massena won on the road at Gouverneur this season.
Yep.
You don't see that often either, but it did happen. But the winner of this will take on the Potsdam Sandstoners.
As they were exciting game, yes. I understand, as they won at the buzzer. I believe they defeated Norwood Norfolk.
51-49. Norwood Norfolk fought right back. The Flyers give it a good run.
The Massena Central student body ready to celebrate here.
And that'll do it. The final score, 51-37 in favor of the Massena Red Raiders. And Chip, thanks for stopping by the booth.
My pleasure. My pleasure.
Glad to have you along. So once again, ladies and gentlemen, the final score on the Club 37 scoreboard, the Massena Red Raiders 51 and the Gouverneur Wildcats 37. For Chip Chapman and Chris Tabor on camera, I'm Jamie Davis. We'll see you next time right here on EP Sports.